Welcome to another video. Recently, Qwen 2.5 has been launched. I have already made 2 videos on it, but we haven't tested it in a proper coding environment yet. So, today, I'll be showing you how you can use Qwen 2.5 with Aider, ContinueDev, and ClaudeDev, and we'll try to do some coding with it to see how well it performs. Now, before we do that, we need to decide what we'll be using, because there are a bunch of models available. The best model of the lot that we can use is Qwen 2.572B, since it's the largest model available, and it also works quite well, as you may have seen in my previous tests. So, we can keep this as our main model to use with ClaudeDev and Aider. Apart from this, for simple chat and code interactions, we can use the 7B coder model locally, and for auto-completion, we can use the new coder 1.5B as well. But I wouldn't recommend that, since auto-completion can be done for free with SuperMaven, which is also super fast and generally gives better results. However, if you still want to try it, I'll show you how, and we'll also see the auto-completion capabilities of Qwen 2.5 as well. Now, we can easily host the 7B and 1.5B models locally and use them, but we can't host the 72B model locally. So, for that, we need to choose a provider. There are multiple providers available, like Together AI, which offer free credits and usage, but they haven't added the new Qwen model yet. So instead, I'll be using Hyperbolic. Hyperbolic has the new 72B model, and they also offer $10 of free credit. Although it's a little slow in inference because it uses the BF16 variant, which means it's not quantized, this generally yields better results, but slower performance. Anyway, that's what we'll be using, and you can follow along and do everything for free as well. Let's get started. First, let's start with Continue. Go to VSCode. In the extensions, search for Continue, and once you find it, get it installed. Once installed, we now need to get it set up. Before we do that, let's head over to Hyperbolic and create an API key. Now, copy it and keep it in a safe place, because we'll need it later. Once that's done, head back to ContinueDev. Here, click and select the Add button. Now, select the OpenAI compatible option if you want to use it with Hyperbolic. If you want to use it with the local 7B coder model, then you can choose the Ollama option. Let me first show you how to do it with Hyperbolic, and then I'll show you with the local model as well. Enter the base URL for Hyperbolic like this. Once that's done, select any model here. Once you have selected it, the model will be added, but we need the Qwen model here, and we also need to enter the API key. To do that, click the Settings option, which will open up this file. Here, enter the API key by adding a value like this, and once that's done, change the model name to Qwen 2.5 like this. Once done, save it. Now, we can start using Continue. You can chat, generate code, put it in code, apply changes, and refactor code, which is what I use it for. So, that's how you configure it. But if you want to use it with a local model, you can do that by using Ollama. To do that, first install Ollama. Go to Ollama's site, click the download button, choose your operating system, and get it installed. Once done, go to the models page and choose the model you want to use. I'll be configuring it with Qwen 2.5 coder. Click here and copy the command. Paste it in your terminal, and it should get installed. Once installed, just send a message and check if it works correctly. Now, go back to VS Code and click the Add button here. Once you do that, select Ollama and click the Auto Detect option. You'll see all your Ollama models in the drop-down, and you can easily use them. Now, you may also want to use auto-completion. I'd recommend using SuperMaven instead, because it's good, free, and fast. But if you want everything local, we can use the new Qwen 2.5 Coder 1.5B model. To configure that, go to Models and on the Qwen 2.5 Coder page, select the 1.5B variant. Once you select that, you'll see the command to install it. Run the command, and the 1.5B variant will get installed. Once that's done, send a message and check if it works. Once confirmed, we can start using it. To use it with auto-completion, click the Settings option here. Now, change the auto-completion model to Qwen 2.5 1.5B like this. Once that's done, save it, and it should start working. You can see that it works quite well and is pretty good. This is a basic Copilot setup that you can do with these new models. You can use the bigger 72B model or the 7B Coder model for chat and use the 1.5B model for auto-completion. We also want to use Aider and ClaudeDev for multi-file editing and such. So, let me first show you how to set up ClaudeDev, then we'll move forward to Aider. First, go to Extensions and search for ClaudeDev and get it installed. Once done, open it and click the Settings option. I'll be using it with Hyperbolic's endpoint. So, I'll select the OpenAI compatible option, but if you want to use it locally, you can use the Ollama option as well. Select that. Here, enter the API endpoint, API key, and model name like this. Once that's done, click the Done button and save it. Now, we can start using it. Let me show you by creating a simple to-do app. Let's ask it to make a simple to-do app using HTML, CSS, and JS. Let's just send it over here, and as you can see, it's being generated now. Let's wait a bit. And it's done. You can see the code over here and everything. Let's run it and see. Okay, here's the page it generated, and it works pretty well. This is great. It's not on par with Claude, but it's usable, and Hyperbolic has free credits, so you can make a good number of requests for free. Now, let's also check it out with Aider. To do that, first, get Aider installed by running the command pip install Aider chat. This will get it installed. Once done, we can use it. But we need to configure it with Hyperbolic as well. To do that, change the OpenAI base URL by adding an environment variable, and also add the API key as another environment variable. Once all that is done, start Aider with these parameters, and it will start with Hyperbolic. If you want to use it with a local model, just start it with Ollama and the model name. Once that's done, we can use it now. Let's ask it to make a simple Minesweeper game using HTML, CSS, and JS. Let's send it and see. It's working now. Let's wait a bit. And it's done. You can see what it has done. Let's run it and see. Okay, this looks good and works fine as well. So, this is working quite well. All of them work fine with Qwen, and I don't think there are many issues. It's not like Claude, where it can almost do anything, but this is good, and you can use it with Aider and ClaudeDev to generate some pretty good stuff. Plus, using it via Hyperbolic is a good way to access it for free as well. So, go ahead and use it, and let me know if it works for you. Overall, it's pretty cool. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked this video, consider donating to my channel through the Super Thanks option below. Or you can also consider becoming a member by clicking the Join button. Also, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye.